Okay. Starting 5 minutes late and the stream already has 2 likes. Yay. I think as fair warning, this will either be a short stream or something longer, depending on whether I start on the skater or not. But I've been thinking, and the Discord has been thinking about the animations some more. Hello all. And yeah, as always, there's more work to do. Some of the work has to wait until the engine gets updated, and I'm not sure anybody but me has the interest to update it. So I will need to find time for that somewhere. But I'm not doing that today because that is the sort of programming work that is super boring to watch. And I endeavor to keep my streams below that sort of... Not super boring, just regular boring at worst. But in addition, there was also some talk about biology and physiology, and I've been thinking about some of that and how it should interact with stuff. And there are actually a few other changes to make. So I think first let's start with the antenna. They have changed quite a bit. Let's do this. Okay. So what we've got here is the walk animation. It is briefly played until you pick up more speed. And then it switches to the run animation. And you can sort of see that the antennae are twisted way back. And from behind they look much shorter. Whereas in total distance, they are still somewhat shorter. So maybe I should fix that. It's about as long as they get, and looking at it objectively, actually, that's not too far off. I think for the first, at first, we will try just not bending them back so much, because we're getting into the tunnel physics here, and I do not believe I have changed the arms since the last release. Part of the difference, if the arms look different here, part of the difference is that it's being displayed in Blender rather than exported from Blender. A little bit of the animation data is lost in the export process. And I'd love to fix that, and there might be a way to fix that, but I'll need to, again, do some extra work. But I'm going to get to the arms later. For now, I want to look at the antenna. Like, I had them being blown back, as if running quickly. But then it sort of occurred to me, and actually the physics bear this out. A lot of the reason for the speed you achieve in the tunnel is that you're being pushed forward by wind. Technically run 1 is not really canon, so it doesn't have to adhere to specifics like this, but sorry, I probably... how am I not famous? Well, I don't really push my streams. I could be, like, putting links and doing community engagement in games. Honestly, I'm kind of happy not. I don't need the streams to be super big events to be to be successful, and honestly, I watched a video the other week about just how communities start to break down the bigger they get. The more people on stream, the less genuine interaction you can have. And I do want genuine interaction out of my streams. I wouldn't mind getting getting some coverage in journals or something, and getting a Wikipedia page and a few other metrics, but I don't have time to focus on those right now. I don't know if I ever will. Well, I will have time. I don't know if I will ever feel like it is the real thing. Anyway. Run 3 update eventually. This stuff will be going in, and hopefully it will look a lot better by the time it gets there. But for now, we're tidying up the animations for Run 1, Run 2. Yeah, back to the thing about wind. If the wind is... can I do a grease pencil? If the wind is pushing you forward, then it's not pushing the antenna back. The antenna should be pushed forward at about the same rate as everything else. Though I guess we're adding speeds. We have the wind pushing forward, and then we have the runner running forward. But it's actually like these guys are honestly kind of slow without a big boost like this. I've commented before that people have been doing meters per second comparisons to Usain Bolt, and like in a fair race, if Usain Bolt had had the wind at his back like this, and like the surface area to catch it, as opposed to ducking to minimize surface area, you want to not duck and maximize surface area, he could be a lot faster too. That without this, they would be kind of slow. Got the stubby legs and all that. But in any case, the runner is adding a little bit of speed of her own. So, taken together for the purpose of animating the antenna, the antenna should be, runner will be going a little bit faster than the wind, and the antenna should be pushed back a little bit, but not that full amount. So, like, straight line, pushed back a little bit. Maybe I will just keep that selected. And I could make them longer if I wanted. I just need to pull them. I've got the... that is going to mess up the animation a little bit, but maybe not so much. So... that feels closer to how it looks. These ones where you get a look at it from the side, it's actually kind of long. It's, the length of the arm is like from this point to this point, which is shorter than the antenna, and so we're... gonna have to do more with the arms later. Okay, so yeah, sorry, questions in chat. I'm not looking to join any new Discord servers. I may want to talk to Cool Math about, like putting author details on the page. I think I've mentioned it before and didn't follow up, so I should follow up. Because that's totally a reasonable thing to ask. Yeah, I am pretty dedicated to this franchise. I got started on it, and I really want to see it through because I'm enjoying making this setting, and have lots of little tidbits. And then questions about being done with different versions. I may get started on Run 2, the update, pretty soon. I'm close to a new set of releases of Run 1. It's not a whole lot different from the gameplay perspective, besides one thing that I should really discuss elsewhere for just for clarity of keeping stuff sorted. And then Run 3 comes after Run 2, of course. Although I think it also comes after updating Run 1's Infinite Mode. That I want Run 1 and Run 2 more or less done. So let's see, what am I doing now? I am... Can I go into pose mode, please? Why is it so hard to select certain things? Okay. There we are. I found it. Eventually. In pose mode. Going back to... Oh, actually, maybe I don't need to go into pose mode at all. I can just go to animation. Nope, I have to go to pose mode. So, for the purposes of this... Oh, I actually do want to be editing the armature. Okay, object mode. Armature? How do you edit the base? Rest position. Okay, I think that's how you do it. Nope, that's not how you do it. I was able to do this. And now I don't know how. Oh, it's edit mode, okay. I found it. That's not it. Wait, why? Okay, make those a bit longer. Make those a bit longer. Make those a bit longer. And we've updated the antenna length. Okay, length is one thing. Next up is bendiness. Okay, get all those. I'm worried about X, I think. Oh, that shortcut doesn't work. That shortcut doesn't work. Okay, so I will carefully hide everything that I'm not currently editing. And I've done this before, but I'm going to do more of it now. Just take all of these x coordinates and reduce them. Reduce them proportionately and reduce them by an absolute amount. Actually, no, just reduce them proportionately. Is that too far off to the side? They never did that. They never did this before. And I want to think about it. So yeah, you're falling, of course. There's a lot of downwards momentum. This isn't even the frame. You're falling a lot. Got that downwards momentum. You hit ground. These have downwards momentum but can't go down, so they get pushed out. They're also... our main function is balance. Like, they naturally go upwards to keep you upright, to keep the runner upright. So they've got that downwards momentum, but there is also a smaller push upwards. The new update for Run 3. I know you've been... It's been a while, but unfortunately I just don't have a Run 3 update ready at the moment. Or even close to ready. But hopefully, with some of the website integrations out of the way, I can at least get Run 1 and Run 2 done with and get back to work on it. Would be nice. So, basically, I'm drawing a bunch of arrows. My conclusion... They should bend down. But maybe they don't have to bend down quite that much. And I've got them pinned to these in the process, so let's get rid of that. Oh, are the credits not up to date? And I guess second question, do I have a working copy of the credits that are more up to date than the currently released version? No, if it wasn't, I would have assumed it was, oh, actually, I do keep some credits information, somewhere else, so, this is going to be in, coordination. Aha. The levels themselves have some credit info. And did I not put that info in the credits screen? Let's open the credits screen up again. I did not. Okay, so we've got one by Hagaso. Got one by L. At least that was the username in use at the time. I don't know, maybe we could... let's see, is 5B credited? Not yet. Okay, so what I did is I left the credits information in the level data and planned to make an update to say, like, this level was made by Treacherous Apple Man. And I don't think that that update actually made it into the game. Okay, so I have updated my working copy of the credits screen to list all of these extra names. But there's still not about to be a release yet. I did it all off screen as well, so not much to look at. Anyway, back to work. I would like to select Blender. I would like to edit the Z coordinates. I bet there's a better way to do this, but I don't know it. So over here we have no, we're not doing that. Okay, we're doing all of that, and then these two in particular look wrong, so we're smoothing that out, and then seeing how that affects the animation. This brings us closer to how it originally was, while not doing the stick straight up thing. But honestly, I think there should be more. And actually, I don't want to touch the stuff in the middle either. Yeah, I think for now we will dial it back a little bit, but not too much. Typically, air friction only works against you. Well, that's if you're traveling at a very different speed from the air. if the wind is very fast, then air friction works in your favor, which is how ships have sailed for all of humanity's history. Not all of how sail-powered ships, wind-powered ships have sailed. That being pushed along by wind is air friction, but you don't think of it as friction because it's not working against you. The tunnels are able to push forward with wind because there is wind, and wind pushes you, is the very oversimplified answer. Yeah, that's what wind does. I don't think... The music's a bit loud. I can turn that down. I don't think I saw your achievement icon question. Doesn't blow in both directions at once. It blows in the direction you're currently moving. And that is because technology. If two of them were to be, if two characters were to be running in opposite directions at once, they would both have a much more frustrating time of it. And also I need to be taking wind into account more. Like when I redo the first couple of cutscenes, the skater won't be physically bowling into people, he'll just be bringing some wind with him that tosses them around. Have any of your icons been used? I am not sure that I have implemented anybody else's icons yet. And I am going to have to ask people to not advertise their channels too much, okay? Where was I? Okay, I think those were the first few basics. I need to exaggerate. If I want... somewhere around here through here. While I'm at it, exaggerate a little bit of that. And maybe we'll call that good. And yeah, and then we get to the then we get to the other thing that people have brought up is the arms. And as I've said, there is a limited amount I can do about them. But someone did say, and I thought it was worth taking a closer look, that it looks like the arms have moved lower down in this version. And if that's true, that is fixable. And kind of, yeah. I mean, they distort a lot in the original, and that's not a bad thing. It's like some of them, some of the frames look really weird if you single them out, but that happens in all sorts of animations, and it's actually fine. Yeah. Right, where I was going with this. I wouldn't mind bringing back the weird, some weird distortions. What's the arm even doing at this point? Is it a flap? Is it reaching back and around? Is it? Who knows? But I can't with the current technology. So I need a technology update. But I can move the arms up. That is a much simpler thing. And if we go into edit mode, run here so we can see. I just need to move everything up by a consistent amount. 0.1 is too much. 0.05 is too much. 0.03 is a number that I would start with. But we're not done. We also want to go in mode. Select the arms and move them up by 0.03. Yeah, that does look better to me. In fact, I might move them up 0.01 more than that. 0.01 does not sound like much, but mode. Oh, I have to confirm it. Okay, more questions from chat. I have never played Gacha Life. It's possible that you could have contacted me on Reddit. That's fine. I don't remember the conversation. Also, I've never actually played Animal Crossing, but I've definitely seen some pop culture references and know what it's about. I definitely do not have time for the latest installment. I don't have time to play the latest installment normally, and I've never really been a fan of... I would probably not modify my system clock to make progress faster. Am I trying to get a landing animation? I have a landing animation. It's this part. I know it all plays at once, but in-game it slows down and speeds up at the correct times to actually match up with the gameplay. Oh, the arms are actually kind of high up here. Is that a... that's a thing I want to take a closer look at. You. Why does that feel so much higher up than anything else? I compare that to that. Or that. Oh, this moved down, actually. Oh, or not. Weird, it's all backwards. I suppose maybe Animal Crossing would be less time consuming than other games. I don't know. I assume that if a game wants you to come back day to day, it's one of those that wants you to come back for a while each day. But Nintendo doesn't do that so much, and given that there's an upfront payment, does not have an incentive to do that. So it might not be so bad. Okay, so maybe like that. It's definitely more stretched, but that's intentional. It's supposed to give a sense of motion. Like, I'm looking at chat. Pinging me is not gonna make me... it's not gonna change a whole lot. Let's see. I think that's about all I have for the animation as of now. I could rethink the arms. I guess the reason I am deliberately drawing the arms as flaps, and that's partially because that's sort of my interpretation of things like this. But to be fair, it's not the only interpretation. It's just perhaps not the best. Like, these could be flaps, but they're also they're also then always pointing at the camera, no matter almost always. That one wouldn't be, but you do this and the broadside is always pointed at the camera, and that might indicate that they're to be interpreted as they're not to be interpreted as flaps. They're wider, but I did mention on the Discord recently that part of how they hold items, and this is actually a thing you would see in the Pastafarian. Kind of. There's like a pixel showing she's got it wrapped around. No, maybe the pirate costume is where I guess I've done some really subtle indications of this. Okay, that's kind of how it's meant to be. It is kind of a flap that you could bend around to something. You could wrap and pick it up. And I still haven't redone this one. She needs to be standing on the thing in order to hold it there. I think I was planning for a cutscene where the child jumped out of nowhere and woke her up, but that never came to be. And I don't have enough of interest for a cutscene like that. Does it hurt the Pastafarian? No, not particularly. I think other than the bunny trying to eat the angel's antenna, none of them have gotten hurt on screen yet. I mean, part of that is just totally different, pretty off topic, but I have long had this idea of I want to make the most interesting possible games with the minimum possible violence, which is not like a moral stance and more of a technical challenge, because violent games are fine. They're fun. I enjoy several of them. But they're also very easy, and it's hard to get this same level of engagement without. And so it's a challenge. Can you do it? Can I do it? And part of that is bled into the story too. With the exceptions, the exceptions of fighting have been the angel versus the bunny, I think. There might be another, but I think that's the main thing. And that still reflects the philosophy of the reason violence is so easy has to do with the simplicity of the goal is get HP to 0. You get enemy HP to 0, you win. And there are like 50 approaches to doing that, but it's all ultimately the same simple goal. And along the way, a lot of the approaches get lost. It ends up being you focus on the 2 approaches that are the heaviest damage. I did say this was a tangent. Continues to be a tangent, but stuff like maneuvering, shoving, all tends to get lost even in the good violence-based games. In favor of just maximize damage and sit there and hit them. Yeah, to be fair, there are lots of simple goals. Run's goal is not complicated, it's just a different simple goal, is get to point B. Oh, hey, topical. Are they just using all the popular sound clips? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that Run is a complicated game. It's intentionally designed to be very simple. But in my opinion, it's less overdone of a simple concept by a small margin. Like, behind violent games, platformers are the second simplest concept. And so I, of course, put a spin on it. Anyway, tangent over for now. And I think I'm going to undo this just a little bit. Slightly shorter antenna. Oh, is my mic making static? Is it clipping? I did adjust mic settings in hopes of upping the volume. The danger is that if you go over the max volume, when am I going to focus on storing characters? I'm not going to release new story or characters until I get back to Run 3. I have kept working on that sort of thing. I've been mentioning details here and in the Discord, minor ones. I have figured out several more major ones, including what's happening, who's involved, why they're doing everything. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mentioned earlier that I was thinking about a cutscene where the child jumps on the Pastafarian. It's like an ambush thing, but I don't really have much reason for that. Not saying there's zero violence. There's, it's just not going to, well, A, it's not going to solve anything the way it does in other stories. And B, it is going to be relevant to the story. Rather than a random fight scene go. Okay, I think I'm about happy with this for now. And the pause, save. I'm going to do something that I don't know if this is what I want to do, but I'm just going to make a copy. Close this one down and open a copy. Start on the skater. Skater has these nice red skates. Gets around in a very different manner. Did say this was about alien biology. Debating on whether to just do a little more info dump before getting started. Maybe after getting started. So, first off, the running part of this, which I think starts here and goes to there. I think that's it. Oh. I deleted very little of it. I want to delete very much of it. And then we get a very slow animation. No, we're actually going to leave those spaced apart like that. But we are going to... Okay, so, sorry, getting back to questions. The skater will have to be smaller. That is one of the first changes I need to make. Is this, he is thinking, yes. I was mostly looking at this one, because I do have a little more to say about that. I think I have info on the exact amount. Character, skater. It's not there. probably here then. The skater. Index 1. That means he appears right after the runner in the list. Named skater. GID 125. That's that. That's the constructor. Save crypto. So it has an encrypted unlock save key. It's not much use encrypting it because it's not too hard to figure out, but I don't know, it might confuse someone. Let's see. The skater does not have a specific associated color. Does have a special animation. Okay, there it is. 0.9. Too gray and all is understood. Anything else? Has a special verb for infinite mode, which is you skated X meters. Let's see, the skater was in the runners group. I just have a class with tons of information about each character. Skater never learns or figures out the trick to make the box minigame easier. But the Angel does, even though he never plays that minigame. Not a whole lot else. Constructor. A constructor function is a term in programming to create a new object. So if the skater needs to be loaded on screen, the constructor function is called. It's not actually anything related to the story. Am I going to animate the cutscenes? I don't know that I want to do full animations because then I'm encouraged to do lip syncing, and I don't want to do lip syncing. And no, I would rather keep the animations as a rare treat. And no, I would definitely not have voice acting. Honestly, I'm trying to do this to make it easier to create the existing cutscenes, rather than to make more complicated cutscenes that take even longer. Okay, so I got the number I needed to. 0.9. And it should all be the same, just slightly smaller. But we're not done. We need right about here. We need to figure out some distances. Let's get exact values. So down here is... Oh, selection mode. Okay, tell me about the 3D cursor. No, you don't want to tell me about the 3D cursor? There we are. It's minus 0.5414. Oh, actually, okay, so I was planning, since I, since he was a little bit, the runner is a little bit larger around the edges. The runner is just a little bit larger in all dimensions. The skater lost some height, and if the ground was here, he's now like off the ground. But that's not true. Like, I was worried about that, but then I realized no, you can, I can and will update the hitbox size so that whereas the runner collides at this point here, the skater collides at this point because the hitbox is smaller. So why can't I undo? There we are. An echo effect on the duplicator's voice? It's plausible. Depending on how accurate the mirror is. But it's plausible. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that other thing, and I can keep going. Remixes are pretty, well, okay, they're not actually random. You can, if you like, go to the link that I post in the description, and you can vote on what comes up. There's a limited number of choices, but if you have one you want to see, you can actually influence what music shows up on stream. I don't... Nope, there is actually no paid option. There is only the free option. Where am I? there ought to be a link in the video description. If not this one, then on a completed stream, you would be able to see the description. Okay, question. Do I... I was going to say, do I want to do these skates as separate objects? Because they are kind of separate objects, and in one of the cutscenes, the skater is taking it off in order to... may as well explain. He can fix up, smooth up irregularities in the surface and keep the skates in tip-top shape. It just requires a few minutes a day. And that's not so much a special thing about the skates as a feature of their biology. That with knowledge and experience, they can produce very simple, small-scale things like repairing minor details, creating weak adhesives I mentioned. It's all... they call it their immune system, because among many tasks it can fend off microbes, keep them safe. But can also, with knowledge and practice, be used to create other effects. I don't actually have too many details other than they use pre. Is that true? This is accomplished using with clever use of enzymes, because pretty much anything can be accomplished using clever use of enzymes if you think about it. Not necessarily quickly, but then this isn't quick either. And yes, these are rollerblades, and we will actually get a much closer look when I draw them in 3D. But yeah, basically, short version: he has to sit down every now and then, stop skating everywhere, and keep his skates repaired, because there is no replacing them if they break out here. Oh, it isn't a hyperlink. It is not a hyperlink, no. I wanted to keep it short, and figured you can but no, it's not actually going to be a separate object. It does not need to be a separate object, because the animation system will allow moving it separately anyway. In the same way that arms, legs, all these, each... this arm can be selected as a single object, and is separate from the others, and moves separately from the others. That can also apply to the skates. So... let's make a cube. That is a big cube. Let's make a small cube. Blank look. What do we do with this cube? Why does it have texture? I know why it has texture. Because I have not done any shading on it. Oh, I don't want shading, I want UV editing. That's the one. That's the one. Okay, compress it down to a point. Move the point to... What color are the skates? And is this color not in the palette? I think that color has not made its way into the palette. So what about image? Edit externally. Okay, so in here, we don't have... Okay, there we are. I don't know why it's not taking up the whole thing, but I'm not going to break the pattern just yet. So that's correct, that's correct. They are slightly different, and that is important. Wait, no, we're not done yet. I need to make sure that this color is there too. It's not there yet. Okay, I think those are the colors we need. Everything else is the same color. That's going to be its own separate object. I did not expect this palette to be incomplete. But there you go. It's a good theme, that's why it's popular. And it's popular, which means there's a lot of remixes of it, and there's a lot of remixes about it, which means that you get to hear it over and over, so... At least it's not Megalovania 10 times. So I think that does it, and we will reload. Yay! Now, round to... Really? I know for a fact that they have at least some Animal Crossing music. I have saved a KK Slider remix and maybe another. Okay. Got some of that for later use. Go away. It's a shoe. Look at it. It's a shoe. It's not a good shoe. Oh, oops. Delete. And we'll try that again. Let me pull this out for reference. I think that's a good view. I think this is where I begin loop cuts. There we go. Huh. Interesting, but that's not what I want. That's what I want. Nope. Nice. We're getting close to the right shape. Okay, before I do that, I need to put in a little bit of that. And now I can move this piece. And I think I just moved this piece back too, wouldn't you say? Let's see, the bottom of the shoe needs to be about flat. The shoe, the skate. I'm thinking this piece will also no, we're not going to do that just yet. How does the skate work? I feel like the leg, you got a leg, right? Okay, it's not. Okay, now it's keeping. But I can't undo it. Well, then I won't undo it. When the leg enters the shoe, it's gonna squish out a bit, probably. Not likely to fill the whole thing, but squishing out like that does help it stay in place. Possibly a little farther forward, but then that feels like it wouldn't be as stable. You do want it to go down the back. So maybe it does just kind of fill up most of the space, but it wouldn't. I don't feel like it would make use of this up here. That's there because it's supposed to look like a shoe that players would recognize, players who have feet and toes that need to take up more of the shoe. But thinking a little more about that, one thing that does mean is could go a little less farther forward. Could be a little stubbier than it appears here. Not only that, could go back. Yeah, they are very much flexible and squishy, and have always been. It's the only explanation for some of this stuff. Too much. The opening should be a little bit smaller to get a better grip. The whole point of this item is to stay on the leg. It's easy to say for a regular shoe. On a foot. But if you don't have one of those, you have to be a little more careful about keeping it on. So put it up a little bit. And there's more to the inside of this, but I don't think that I want to render it / sketch it out. That I only need the outside to look right. That's all. Okay, that's not actually true. If I ever animate more of it, or you get the wrong angle, you do need to be able to tell. So oh, that's wrong. Now we're clipping. Try that again. There we go. And hopefully that should be enough to get the idea across. And if it's not, we will... I don't want to render too much. So, the simplest option is... to go over to UV editing. You have seen this trick before, I guarantee it. Huh. Oh, okay. Basic shading, look at that. You wonder what it'll look like once it's complete. I don't know for sure either. That is why I am trying to complete it, so that I can design what it looks like. I'm figuring out as I go how it should look and doing my best to make it look like that. Got to tell it how to break up these faces, because otherwise you get stuff like that. But oh, wait, no, that's not even fixed. So we're deleting these broken parts, and now we will fix them, put them back together by hand. Fascinating. It forgot all the texture data. Boom. That looks legitimate, doesn't it? It's actually a trick of without things being see-through. And where's the toggle for that? Without things being see-through, it is just invisible because it's covered. Yeah, I know it's low poly at the moment, and that's kind of by design. I want to err on the side of not taxing a computer. But keep in mind that if you zoom this far into the previous version, you get this many pixels. You can just see all the pixels. You are not going to get this close of view in game. This, like what we're looking at over here, this is the high res. It's half this at medium resolution and a quarter this at low resolution, though hopefully not too many people actually play at low res. It's only the low-end devices. But yeah, it will not be this. It will not appear to be this low poly. That said, I endeavor to make low poly look good. Yeah, no, I sorry, I didn't mean to. I guess for better or for worse, like it or not, you're not gonna get a great look at the low poly. Yeah, animation looks a lot cleaner and smoother when it's actually in motion, and you can go look at people who paused cartoons at the wrong time and found like cursed images, but they're perfectly smooth in animation. You don't notice it. Just having it be in motion smooths out a lot of things, and so I guess that is a difference. The low poly may actually matter and have to look good and be visible to a greater extent, because it's not quite fair to compare this to this, because this model is reused on every frame, whereas this is just one of 40 frames. And the 40 frames put together, as previously stated, become an animation that looks real nice. Right, the cell shading / outline is how it has always been, except does not go on the rollers. Will go on the skate, though. Want to select almost all of it. Oops, that's not what it was. Did they remove? I think they removed. Vertex, edge face data. I just want to search all my options for commands. Hang on while I look it up online. Okay, it has moved to a hotkey. Or it has moved to a different hotkey, I should say. It was always a hotkey. Okay, and so for this outer ring, this outline, we do not need that. We do not even need that. That needs to be a face. And then we select linked, go into UV editing, and do that. And it's not quite done. It's a little off center. But it is almost instantly a lot closer to done. Did it do center mass or something? No, wait, it did median point, and I wanted... I don't know what point I wanted. But that's fine because I can adjust by hand. Well, here's a Mega Man song that's not Wily 1. I don't know what it is, but it's not Wily 1. No, it does not use a darker gray than the character outline. But it may appear that way by contrast, in which case it will continue to appear that way by contrast. Yeah, this will be about the same. It's a little inconsistent length. Okay, I believe you. I've never played the games, I just listened to the music. Huh. Doesn't select. Oh. Got the skater in the background and it's getting in the way. He's getting in the way. I think also... Skater. That was the angel getting in the way of the skater in that one cutscene. Yeah, definitely got different approaches. I mean, I would have been willing to stream 20XX or even 30XX, the new one. It's a Mega Man roguelike clone, and pretty fun. Just doesn't work on this machine, and I have not gotten my Switch streaming setup to work. Yeah, the wireframe is for editing purposes. It's definitely we're definitely getting rid of the wireframe for gameplay. Okay, so I think this bit still needs to be moved a little bit. Wow, in orthographic, it's hard to make sense of. I want to pull this in a little bit and see. Well, when I said little bit, I wasn't kidding. That is not much. Gonna be a little bit more, I think. Okay, we'll do that for now. Next. Move this a little farther. Get centered on it. Do the wheels. We're not doing the wheels that way. There is a so much easier way to get started. Look at that. It's got the... Not in run 1. In run 3, that will be back. But you're not... in run 1, you can walk over and jump with good timing to make it over one block hole. Wait. This is too many polygons. I need to start over. So add cylinder with, like, 9. I could do an even number, I guess. I'm not sure I can get away with 6. Wow, what did I just do? Vertex slide. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. But apparently if you press that button twice, it does this. Oh, I missed the comment about the outline looking too thick on the bottom. I'm not sure. I think just eyeballing it, this is the only spot where it looks too thick, and I can fix that. That's not the one. How much did I move it? 0.01. Like a single pixel up. Oh, no, no, no. I'm doing it wrong. It's these. Nope, okay, I lied. It's not just those. Needs to be pointier. But not that much. It's definitely thinner like this, though. Okay, I'm switching tools, so I stopped doing that. Whoa, what is that? Oh, no. This... Oh, I did not realize that this wasn't attached. I mean, that's a quick patch, but it really ought to be attached. Oh wait, I know how to do that too. There, just delete and remake. Double check that it hasn't broken anything. Okay. Ah, there's another line that's off. Oh, okay, I get what's going on. It's not attached, it's just... It's breaking up things in ways that I don't want it to... It's making bad decisions. We can help it not make quite such bad decisions. Okay, I think as one last thing... Those outlines need to be wider. Yeah, I'll take it. Is that too many vertices for a wheel? I'm worried it is. I figured it out eventually. It's a wheel that there have to be 3 of these, all showing up, all being rendered, and almost not visible. The top half not visible. Yes, there are three wheels on the skate. Though for the most part, that is a very subtle fact. And they're like, look at some of these. That's sometimes there are fewer wheels and they're smushed together. In fact, they're always overlapping, and I should maybe fix that. Maybe there are 2 wheels? I don't know that we'll realistically have room for 3 wheels. I'm tempted to smooth things out, but it's already arranged as circularly as possible. Yeah, maybe this is the thing to do. And then I go... copy paste. Yeah, probably. That'll save 2 polygons. It's better than 0. That is not aligned. Oh, actually, I can copy paste. Haha, centered. Yeah, I think we're doing 2 wheels. That's what we have room for. They look like hexagons. I might do something about that, and I've got the wrong things selected. Oh, that's why. They are still hexagons, but they look less like it. This is the only problem with it. So... is it possible to change the angle? I've got the wrong thing selected. So like this. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. No. Is it possible to... I mean, I can do that. The main... The main difference is that the outline extends a little farther when you've got it like this. Could I do that? Well, not without some prep work first. How do I think modeling compares to drawing? It's slower than drawing a single image, but once I get it right, I can animate it a whole lot faster. Overall, I do think I prefer it. But yeah, it is outside the outline, like literally like this. And then I don't know. Then you can get images like that. But that's how it looked in 2D, so those images are not wrong. Yeah, maybe that's what it needs. And, like, I guess if I'm doing that, I could add a third. I could add a third back in. I can't even tell where it starts. There's no specific reason why it was like that. I just drew it like that on a timeline. One of many things I didn't think out that clearly. And as for right now, the reason why it might do this is for visuals. Does it just look better that way? Their friction argument. Does add friction. It is more surface area to push off of when you push, but that's not like crucial, at least as my limited understanding of rollerblading. Yeah. No, the skater definitely wants... definitely isn't interested in the side-by-side setup. As opposed to two of them. Well, I think we leave it up to the community. Do 3 look better or do 2? Okay, question. Oops. For this one, I want... I think the answer is no. I don't want outlines if they're going to do that. But I mean, it's way easier to test in this environment. If I made the outlines dark red, I guess they would be like the student's backpack. But ultimately, I think it works so well without, as like one of the only exceptions to the rule. But it's still fine. The other exception to the rule being the eye. And the wheels work better if they can just blend. Okay, so next steps. You're right, the spoon also doesn't. I mean, I can check the spoon right now. I think it does not. Yeah, no, it's this separate graphic with a little bit of shading in there. But that is actual shading and not an outline. Like an actual gradient rather than an outline. The balloon has an outline, I am pretty certain. Yeah. Outline right there. Okay, so yes, the spoon is another exception. So yeah, it needs to be tilted a little bit. The leg needs to be tilted less. I am rearranging stuff now. .04. Oh, oops. I gotta undo that. Oh, wait, no, I don't. The skater does not need that. Or that. These models are for the whole series. Right now, the skater is next because he's in run 2. And run 2 is coming before run 3. Rotate. Uh, 8 degrees. Wait. I think 3 degrees is all we need. Alignment. Up, and the legs immediately leave the shoes. Okay, copy the transformations over here. That's all about right. But we do need to reassign all of these. Oh wait, no, we're not done. Actually, yeah, I guess we are. Maybe. I need to figure out how to assign the skates to something. I mean, I am currently working on sticking things to the shoes. Or sticking the shoes to something or other. Right leg 1. Wait. Wait. Okay. This is left leg, this is right leg. I thought I'd gotten them backwards somehow. Hello, select. I want these to be... I want to assign... Wait. Undo, please. Undo. Okay, the thing I just did is not the thing you do. Parent the skates to the skater. If I was doing it a different way, yeah, that is a thing I would probably do. I'm doing it... Don't know if it's recommended, but I think it makes sense in this context. The skates are part of the skater's geometry. Okay, excellent. And now what we have is the skates just sort of stick to the legs. This is not how you skate. Come on, you know better than this. This is not how you skate. Yeah, it's the animation I did before, but now with skates. So what we actually do is mostly slide them sideways. I am thinking the skater should tilt a little more than he does. He does tilt. I think he should tilt more and trade off putting center of mass closer to above the skate that's on the ground. Yeah, part of the timing is actually not going to be done in Blender. We're just going to have a permanently quick animation. But in-game, there will be code to slow down the animation whenever he's, whenever he's just holding a pose and coasting. So I think now we get to go into Well, technically I could update or even delete some of the leg data. Or, you know, put them back. But I don't need as many polygons in the skater's legs because they're mostly hidden. Unless I do because he's going to take the skates off. I currently don't have the circle to display on this frame when the skates are off. It's just not there. Because I don't want to render it all the other frames. And I'm sure there's a different workaround, but I don't have it implemented yet. Yeah, okay. Time to move on to the animation. The main problem to start with is gotta I should really clear the legs animations. I am pretty much starting this animation from scratch. Wait a minute. Why? Where'd my keyframes go? Oh, they're all there. I thought it saved. Oh, I saved it and then I deleted it is what must have happened. wish I could have a better interpolation, but at the moment I can't. Well, I've just deleted all the animation data. Wait. Okay, did it save it this time? I think it might have. Let's see. Someone was asking about the antenna. I made them longer during this stream for both the skater and the runner. And I think they are now matching. Okay, so let's see. The skater does the same thing of the arm that's back is the leg that's forwards. Oh, I actually want this to be right about there. Which means that over here, we actually start with the leg out. It's going to be rotated. Around the axis. It's not even rotated around the correct axis. Okay, so we have that. It's going to be rotated. It's going to be rotated out like that. Back and at least that far, probably farther. But first, we need to adjust the location. Exaggerate. That's the wrong leg. The arm that's back is the leg that's forwards. I wish I could just copy. No. Do I do quaternions for this? I think maybe at maybe I convert to quaternions. But I'll see if I can get away without it. It would be extra work. Yeah, the animation back is fine. I mean, needs work, obviously, but doesn't go a roundabout route, so we're not getting to like gimbal lock or anything. Okay, so I guess I just back. Exaggerate less. Oh, I need to... I do need to move those up. Got some delicate work to do here. Okay, I think I have selected what I need to have selected. And I also need to enable that. I am afraid the story has not been updated in years, no. Wherever you were is probably the end so far. Also. The legs fit. Oh, but I think a decision I made earlier was a bad one. And it's going to be very hard to select the correct things. I guess this is the reason to make them separate objects. That's not the one. Yeah, Blender is guessing. Oh, there is actually an easier way. Okay. It's not a detail you're going to see in game. Level creator will have to come back. I haven't re-implemented it yet. That'll make them less likely to clip out. Oh, you know. If I can get a view of this. That's a thing I should do on the runner, too. Okay. Yeah, you see stuff like this? This is left over from when I was planning to do the cutout. And now pretty much serves no purpose. And I could just get rid of that and have it not do that ever again. Oh, the antennae are out. I think that's okay, because it overlaps with the outline, but I want to adjust it. And as long as I'm here. Oh, interesting. Wait, is the skater just... Did I really... No, maybe you were right about them being different. I think they got moved about 10% further out because I had this mode selected. Someone was telling me about that, and I brushed it off. But they might have been right. Oh. And worst of all... Yes, they were right. And worst of all, the eye got pushed. Up and you. I wish I'd noticed that. But I can just get rid of this on the runner as well, and it will clean up a lot of minor glitchy animations. Okay, glad I caught that. Okay, the animation is no good at the moment, but the model is fine. How are we doing on time? We're coming up on... well, we're past 3 hours. And I'm not going to have this done by the 4-hour mark. So, I think the next part is find a stopping point. Flash games won't be playable by normal means. Well, kinda. I think we're just going to... like, there are so many games there. So much to play, and so much interest in playing it, that we are just going to see the various replacements get better and mostly work. Like, I think there will be a standard-ish way to play eventually. So okay, that's the one you don't touch. This is the one you do touch. These are keyframes. I'm gonna have a little bit of tilt. And it's canceled out by now. There's no more animation. And this one, move it in a little bit. No. Down a bit. Now he looks like he's putting a little more effort into it. But don't look at the other frames of the animation because they're not done yet. Okay, so I think for now I know I'm not like stopping in the middle, but I think I am going to stop here. I think I'm going to stop here because, as I said, there's no finishing this by the 4-hour mark. I'm going to leave it for another stream, as a topic, a thing to, an unfinished thing that is worth showing on stream. Because I don't always have a stream topic. Imagine 3D asteroids. Yeah, having asteroids or something else could work as background. Less so in Run 3, because there I want to be more realistic, and even passing through the asteroid belt, it would be very rare to see so much as one, realistically speaking. So, but I have so much to do before then. One of them being like actual characters, which will be I'll be continuing on with later.